Welcome to In These Rooms exhibition. This exhibition marks the closure of the Royal Hotel in Boyle, County Roscommon. The Royal Hotel was a much loved and used space. When I first arrived, I had a hunch that there would be histories and stories and memories in all of the architecture in the main streets in Boyle. But quite quickly I realised that actually only people wanted to talk to me about the Royal. The Royal was a space that held huge significance for people in Boyle. And when I arrived, it had been closed maybe 3 or 4 years, and there was a real sense of loss and a kind of vacuum created that I arrived into and started to speak with people about the building. The Royal Hotel held significant life events. Somebody could have had their christening, their wedding, and then their funeral all within one building. In These Rooms wanted to capture something of that social space that's within a building that could linger within the walls. How beyond the functionality of a building, you can feel or have or document not just the history or dates and times, but also the emotional history of people's experience of the building. What I found out quickly from speaking with people is that the significance of a building like the Royal is that people held important, memorable events here, but also people had fleeting moments that might have impacted their life, like meeting their future partner across the bar, or something somebody said that is only really important to them, but that they attached to this space and these rooms. What was really interesting, and something I didn't experience growing up in Dublin, is that one building could have such a huge scope of uses and functions. So on one occasion you could have, on one Saturday evening, you could have a group of teenagers upstairs in the disco, dancing to 80s music, the floor is bouncing. You could have a group of tourists in the restaurant here to see the scenery and the landscape. You could have a group of locals downstairs having their pints of Guinness, chatting about the world, staff giggling in the kitchen. Yeah, that everybody had, that it had so many purposes and such a value socially in all these different spaces and functions. I hope that marking the closure of the Royal Hotel and its previous life makes space or sets the building free in a way to be used for its new purpose as art space and enterprise space. That finding a way to capture and acknowledge all the value that a hotel brings to a town and all the important memories and stories has now the opportunity to create new stories and take on its new role within the community.